Hello all, and welcome to tonight's review, which I am dubbing the sunken cost fallacy review because, let me tell you a little story. As I told you probably in the last review, I've been having like some computer problems, and so I ended up taking it to two people, and I ended up getting this monitor, which I can't return, which I'm probably going to go and put aside because it's not as sharp as the other monitor, and it's just starting to hurt my eyes after a long period. And and that was first tech guy. Had no idea what else was going on. Second tech guy, refused to send somebody out. Said he would do everything remotely, and if couldn't fix the problem there, he would send somebody out. And of course, while he's doing check disk, the thing crashes and refuses to resuscitate anymore. And so I finally take it to the guy who built my computer, and he says, "Yeah. Your hard drive's dead." And I'm like, okay. Was not expecting that at all. And knowing me, I didn't go and back up my most recent videos, so I ended up paying another $80 so I could get like two videos resurrected. And then as I'm talking to the guy, apparently he sells like, these I didn't know that they have mounters, desktop mounters for internal hard drives now. So I've had this desktop mounter here on for like the past 2 days. Oopsie, down here. On for like the past 2 days, just attempting to recover data from my drive, and it's going very exceedingly slowly, as you can imagine. Recovering data from a damaged drive is. And honestly, when I sat down to like calculate how much I've spent in repairs, parts, and all this other stuff, I could have bought a new computer already and it would have been cheaper. But at least I have a solid state drive now, and and there's beer to review tonight. And what are we reviewing? We are reviewing Sunshine Girl Golden Ale from Maui Brewing Company, and this is 4.6 ABV, so nice and light, which is good because apparently it's decided to become summer again in November, and it's swelteringly humid and hot right now with no breeze. And yeah, I'm just dying for something light and refreshing right now. This is, if I recall correctly, 28 IBUs. I believe that an earlier rendition of this released by Maui Brewing was a little bit higher ABV, but the current one, which is only a couple months old if memory serves, is you know, fair lighter and I'm going to admit pretty enjoyable. So let's read the label, shall we? Light and refreshing golden ale with tropical and citrus hop aroma. Golden ale is becoming one of my favorite styles. It's kind of funny. So pours very nicely carbonated, golden yellow, mostly transparent, maybe a slight haze there, maybe a chill haze, with a frothy off-white head that is redolent of tropical fruits, crackery to bready malts, and some minor floral aspects too. Bit of whetstone as well, but mostly citrus, tropical fruits, and that sort of crackery, bready malt base. Well, down the hatch goes, shall we? Light and refreshing. Somewhat of a delayed carbonation bite, but it's there. Not immediately bracing. Some citrus zest hoppiness that shows up and sort of sustains itself from the fronts to the mids to the finish, leaving just an ever so slightly detectable lasting bitterness on the palate. Citrus sort of has a more of a lemony than an orange or grapefruit quality to the zestiness. Some slight sweetness that shows up in the malts and right in the mids there, but mostly immediately fades. Not too sweet, not too dry, just right. All in all, pretty much hits the style right on the ball. I'd actually like to compare this to I would like to compare this to Kona Brewing's Golden Ale. From first glance, it seems like they would be somewhat different, but I can't put my finger on it without doing a vertical side by side. As it warms up a bit more, that tropical fruit is showing up in the mid to the finish. More of an effervescent note, really. Actually, I'm really curious to kind of go and do that vertical now. But as it is, not too much left to talk about. Either a golden ale is good or a golden ale, you know, is bad. And honestly, it's really hard to kind of screw up a golden ale. Um, like a pale ale, it's one of those first things that you learn how to brew because it is very forgiving and yet still very easy. And yeah, definitely give this a shot. I believe it's part of their new year round. It's a year rounder, so it should be. I haven't seen this in sixers. I've only seen it in the 12-pack case, but I think it's worth it. I am thoroughly enjoying this. It's not something that has blown me away. This is just something that I would be comfortable just drinking and not thinking too much about what I'm drinking. Just your average sort of quaffable session, quaffable. Tell me in the comments. Session beer. Sort of as you know, I'm kind of growing in my beer taste to more sessionable beers. And yeah, Sunshine Girl, give this a shot. That's your local beer review for today, folks. Cheers.